In the opening game of the day, they play a Penrith team that knocked over the Bulldogs earlier 28-18. Now, I'll just give you a stat to compare the starting nines for this match. Ballpark figures, Cronulla have 1,000 first-grade games experience. They come up against a Penrith nine that has Sitaleki Akawala.
Yeah, Vossi, what you're talking about is the likes of Pryor and Lewis, Graham and Hyington all adding their weight to the numbers here of experience. But you know what? In a game of nines, does it really count? In 13s, yeah, you could say one team's stacked their team. It looks like a victory. But Penrith have been the king of the under-20s comp in the last 2 years. A lot of those players are coming through, and now we get a chance to see them here. Well, based on the stage here. And it won't worry them that Graham's got 200 games and Hyington's got closer to 300. So
I appreciate all of that. But based on scrapbooks, Cronulla would be living certainties, wouldn't they? So players like Waddell and Clark and Docker Clay. But the starting nine for Penrith is Waddell, Cartwright, Watene Zelezniak, that's Malachi, Akawala, Nichols, Docker Clay, Harawira, Naira's on the bench, but May, Crichton, Clark always starts.
And Jed Cartwright.
Up against a whole bunch of grand final winners from the NRL last year.
Yep, keep your name out of Cartwright, synonymous with Penrith, as is Alexander.
Underway and touched and out on the full from Cronulla. So touch before it went over the sideline, so they get to take the tap rather than concede the penalty. So Panthers have possession, and it is Corey Waddell with it.
And the guys that'll lead this young Penrith side around are Zach Docker Clay and also Darren Nichols. Nichols spent a little bit of time in Brisbane up in the comp here, so let's have a look. They look pretty bunched, to be fair.
Oliver Clark is the snowy-haired player for the Panthers. I must say, what is so heartwarming for those in the western suburbs of Sydney. So many suburbs like Quakers Hill and Minchinbury, St Clair, they're all represented across this young Panthers squad. And that time Clark keeping it going along for Tyrone May. Minchinbury Jex Jr. right on cue. 25 metres out from the Sharks line. If they're to win here, Penrith, they pretty much booked themselves a place in the quarterfinals. That ball's been put down by the Sharks. Play on for Corey Waddell. Big chance for Penrith then. He's close to the line to open the scoring. And the Cronulla defence really being put to the test.
On the line.
Stretching out the score was Akawala there. This is Nichols. Real journeyman back for Clark. Plenty of touches early on. Now for Docker Clay, the former junior Kiwi. Stripped of the ball and Cronulla have it.
Just overcooking it. When they got into the attacking zone, Penrith actually had really good width with players on each sideline. But they decided to do most of the work up through the middle. And Zach Docker Clay just losing control of the football. There's Pryor with an offload.
And just on the equation for the Sharks, while sides have made quarterfinals in previous years, winning just one game, they wouldn't want to lose by any great margin here because they're already negative 21 after that beating at the hands of the Titans earlier today. So a poor points differential coupled with maybe only one win from 3, and that pretty much spells the end of your campaign. We're seeing Cherrington in a Sharks jumper for the first time, and across field goes Lewis, the former Panther, back in the day. Just inside the Panthers half. Still very warm in Auckland. And no shade at all across the ground where they play. There is for the warm-up. And a lovely inside ball. And away goes Latelli. Headed towards the bonus zone. That's play on. It was dropped onto the boot. Penrith have got the ball and have been trapped in goal.
Some pretty handy footy here on the left edge. Searching run before coming back against the play. Have a look at this, Latelli with the hand. I like Wade Graham. He knew he wasn't going to get there with his hands. A bit of a crowbar in his back. Just plays it with his foot. Always been a talented footballer. He too, of Penrith origin.
Docker Clay with a line dropout, and didn't take a whole lot of time with it. There was still 11 or 12 seconds on the shot clock for him. It's a big result though, isn't it, from a line dropout to get it 60 metres downfield. So Cronulla no great advantage from that to start a set of 5. Again, that's one of the key rules in 9 compared to 13-a-side football. Sets of 5 for the teams when they have ball in hand. And here's the Sharks trying to make the most of it. And stretching right across Kara. Lovely ball back inside. Hard to defend against skill like that. But Penrith have managed to come up with a try-saving tackle.
Yeah, Gerard Beale
Tackle 3.
just following up Luke Lewis on the inside. Got a lovely ball too. How much time has Luke Lewis got with the football?
Go, 3.
Good D.
Sharks 15 away from the line. And putting the Panthers to the test. They'll do well to hang on here. That's tackle number 4.
Go.
Big play for them. The kick is off legs. Play on. And lovely scoop up to score. Sherrington like a jackrabbit there. Getting the try for Cronulla.
Quite a ploy to play around the middle here on the last tackle. This one, Sherrington just tries to feed through. Gets a ricochet. Pops out to the right. Nice little skill to pick up and dive over. Put his team in for the first try of the match. Cannot convert again with the drop goal. It's a handy start.
Assess the drop kicks for us so far today, Daryl, because
Out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10.
I'd say we might be getting close to 3, and let's hope we get up closer to sort of 6, 7, maybe 8 by the end of tomorrow.
Oh, I don't even know whether that was a drop kick, but it's found the line. Looked like it was driven more like a grubber than a drop kick, but they've got the result. No scrum, so they get the play the ball restart. Scorer kicks off in 9's. And advantage Cronulla big time right at the moment. Homer there with the ball, 25 away from the line. There's plenty of him.
What about the size of Homer?
Malachi Homer, he did hit up. He's gone straight to the bench.
Straight to the fridge.
So that's a bit cruel. Pass out to Evans to score for Cronulla. If you've got numbers and programs at home, Matthew Evans has had a jumper change. He's wearing number 19. And the young fella from Newtown, or playing for the Newtown Jets last year, has scored a try here in Auckland.
I guess sometimes it's underestimated the runs of someone like Malachi Homer or Sam Cassiano and some of the numbers they take out of the ruck to allow the edge play to take place on the next play the ball. Here's Wade Graham, skillful left footer of the kicker of the football. Successful this time. But it does play a part in the game, doesn't it? The big guy up through the middle here.
8-0 scoreline to the NRL Premiers. First time we've ever had to say that to start a new year. Cronulla, NRL Premiers. Brilliant take off the kick-off. Penrith back with the ball, but playing this match without the first-grade stars they had in their squad. No Wanga Blake, no Nathan Cleary, no James Tarmo, who scored 2 tries earlier today. So Yo also out, and he's their captain of their squad. So you can make a judgment on that as you will. Panthers 8 metres inside their own half. And Moses Leota got a taste of first grade last year. That's a pretty terrible play of the ball. I think he's pretty lucky to get away with that one. He was on his knees when he put it on the deck in pursuit of the quick play the ball. Kick for line. And Penrith will maintain possession with a couple of minutes left in the first half of this one. Bulldogs and Titans to come shortly. Jared Hayne and crew for the Titans looking for back-to-back wins.
Get square. Hold, Joseph. Go, 1.
So best chance of the match so far for the Panthers. But that is an advantage too when you pick a lot of first-grade players that are used to playing alongside each other. Just communication in defence is a little easier as well. There's Tyrone May with some good footwork, and Penrith found a passage to get through. Referees, there's try. Jared Sutton, he only had one look. There's no video refs, there's in-goal judges. And try is awarded.
The timing of this run back on the angle was beautiful. Have a look, out they go. And then they'll change with some footwork and then hunting up on the inside, heading back towards the post. Lovely to watch. Leota, it was, as Nichols. Well, he knows how to kick a football. Darren Nichols drills it straight through. Does provide some space back in around the ruck, doesn't it, with the spread of the players, and here they take full advantage of it. Still requires the timing to be right on that pass.
He was plenty determined to score the try, Moses Leota. He really did burrow in hard. It was going to be very hard to stop him. So Nichols got the goal, and Panthers bring themselves within 2 for 8 points to 6. Cronulla in possession, just over 30 seconds remaining in what hasn't been a half that's reached any great heights. Loose ball. Penrith may find themselves in front going to half-time.
Yeah, it was a poor error too. Matt Pryor, one of the experienced players you talked about earlier, with a lazy out the back that shouldn't have been thrown.
So Harawira Naira, one of the high scorers from the first match today for Penrith.
Clear now.
This is a big opportunity. 10 seconds remain first half. And sweeping the ball along to the left. Another run. Jed Cartwright with it. Offloading. And ball loose. Penrith still in possession. Half-time siren has sounded. Play on. Kick going long across field. Needed a catch. Oh, it's a miss. It's a drop in the outfield. And Penrith miss a chance right on the break to hit the front. 3 tries in the first half. Cronulla leading Penrith by 8 points to 6.
Goodbye, goodbye, everybody.
With offers this good, you'll do anything to leave your car behind. The Mercedes-Benz sale. Find an excuse today. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
$8.50, please. Thanks.
ANZ with Apple Pay. Anywhere you can tap and pay.
This is the down at NRL Auckland 9's opening day. We're only halfway through. We've seen all the sides once. Now seeing Penrith and Cronulla a second time. Australian Gillaroos have done well to knock over the Kiwis. 3 tries scored in this match. And the tally for the day is now 60, 55 with the NRL teams and 5 in the women's match. So we're certainly on a roll in that regard. We're going to call it as we say it. I thought that first 9 minutes was a little lacklustre.
Yeah, 3 sets each with the football and a lot of ball movement going sideways without a lot of stuff going forward and any dents being created to create a little bit of space. That's Stephen Price there, assistant coach, former coach of St George Illawarra. Now assistant at Cronulla to Shane Flanagan, the Premier's laying down the law. Be asking for a bit more grunt up the middle so the players on the outside can take advantage of it. To be fair, I guess this young Penrith side has scrambled pretty well against some of the more seasoned players opposing them.
Well,
some of the kickoffs have given us a bit of a buzz. Well, see, what's this one going to do? We've found touch. We've found touch and goal, as you've said. You've never seen that before. You're liking that?
Well, it's only the 2 starts, the start of the half and the start of the second, that are the place kick. And that one was pretty generous for Cronulla. Not hammered towards the sideline. Matt Pryor taking the first run of the second half, and the ball was lost, and there you go. Well, Cronulla's in second gear, and they've opened the door for Penrith straight on the restart.
Have a look at this guy, Sione Katoa. Doesn't he hit hard? Wow.
15 metres away from the Sharks line, and not surprisingly, he's a little dirty, Pryor, after dropping the ball, and comes up with a big hit. Penrith down the left will hit the front, should get a bonus zone try, no. But Cartwright gets over for the Panthers. Penrith find themselves in front.
So there you go. Another good line. Big Jed Cartwright. Not too sure whether this kid's suited. Played a little bit of centre in the 20s comp with the Titans over the past couple of years. Maybe he'll end up in the back row like his dad. For now, he can be versatile enough to go between the 2, I suppose.
Harawira Naira to take the shot, and with some diligence involved there, able to convert. So this is 12 points to 8. And again, I say, a lot of people thought Cronulla was one of the better looking teams over the entire competition coming into the tournament. And here they are, almost messing up another kickoff. Sharks have the ball, but would want to score next. 12 points to 8. Inside their 30. And Graham pushing along. This is Penrith's defence, working hard. Outside men coming up. Bit of faith in the man beside you. And Cronulla going nowhere just at the moment. Again, Graham gets in close. Captain for this tournament, but he's also captained at NRL level previously. But where some games have had pace to them, this seems a very slow game to the eye, as the Sharks this time work across right, and Lewis straightens up. Beautiful one-on-one tackle. That came from Tyrone May. Last in the set of 5 for Cronulla. Not all that deep as they work across to the left side. Quick hands needed. They drop it. They're going to say knock back. I don't know about that. Play on for the Sharks, still the call. 25 metres away from the line. Graham does a dance. And then his pass dropped out the back is intercepted. And this is far removed from anything we saw from Cronulla in first grade last year.
It actually looked promising there on that left edge. And they couldn't just squeeze the ball. This is Dylan Edwards coming on a sortie to the right.
Cronulla, one of the teams that have played in a final of the 9's. They went down in extra time to South Sydney 2 seasons ago. Penrith had never set the world on fire at the tournament. As now the ball with Ellis. And he's going to back himself to take on the defence. And why not? They lead by 12 points to 8. Last in this set for them. 30 metres away from the line. There's a chance to run it. That's what they're going to do. Holding his width as Wateni Zalesniak. Now he's on the chase. Doesn't come up with a tackle. Good footwork there. Jared Beale is trapped. Full marks to Penrith right there.
So they get the good kick chase right. I'll tell you one thing we've seen very little of, and maybe the referees are on a little bit of a brief here, Vossi. The defensive lines I think we've only seen 2 penalties for inside the required metres. So they're allowing the defensive line a little bit of latitude.
And they're getting the drop kick away. The shot clock for the shots at goal and the dropouts is the same. 25 seconds. Moses Leota has been really strong in this one. Dylan Edwards keeping it going. Then Darren Nichols. This is great work from Penrith. Halawira Naira will score for the Panthers. And look at them go. They are sending a message out here. Forget the scrapbooks. Forget reputation. They're a big hope of winning this one from here.
Good shift of the football to the right-hand edge. Leota, the charge up through the middle. Took 3 to get a hold of him. He's still got a mid out the back and then the pass. And Corey runs around. Looks at a chance of possibly coming in to the 5-point zone. Takes a big deep breath. Just 3 seconds on the shot clock. Strikes that good too.
Yeah, but
Barter across
unsuccessful. I didn't know. In the women's match, 2 of the shots at conversion, the buzzer had gone. And had the kicks been successful, they would have been disallowed.
No, we'll allow them. We'll give them a little latitude.
No, you have to. You can't have just by a little bit. It has to be off the boot before that buzzer sounds. Like a game show. You can't get your answer in late, Darryl. They won't allow it. Cronulla down here by 8 points. So even a bonus zone try won't get them level or in front. Pryor playing it short of halfway. But again, the tempo is moderate. Lewis with the ball. Applaud the Panthers' defence to that degree. The Sharks just haphazard attack and not really threatening. Again, Pryor, but in slow motion across to the left, and Penrith just hold their line. They can wait. Cronulla's not doing anything fancy. Last in the set of 5. Sharks again with Pryor, who just props back in field. Graham was standing flat-footed, just bounced over the top. Sharks in possession, 5 inside their own half, trying something off the top of their head. Panthers defence scrambles across, and Jesse Ramian loses the ball. Panthers defence too good, but I don't know whether there's a whole lot of bullets in the Penrith or in the Sharks attack.
There might not need to be enough bullets left to play in this match with Penrith. He was stacking this game up as Cronulla were going to have a walk in the park, Vossi. And in 9's, well, changes. A little bit of enthusiasm. A couple of runs from Leota. Sione Katoa has done well.
Stand up, hold that, hold.
Well, Bulldogs Titans is the next game. 25-4, the Sharks were beaten in the first match. Down 16-8 at the moment. If it's to remain that way, suddenly points differential is -29 and no competition points. Pretty hard to come back from there. So Panthers inside the 30, and each team will play 2 games on day 1. So this is the last of the work for Penrith and Cronulla today.
Got a mistake in the play the ball here. Give some opportunity to the current premiers.
2, you're not there. 2, you're not there.
So Cronulla with it. They'd want to score in this play if they are to come up with a win. They have to score in this set. And then they'd have to come up with something from the kickoff, given that scorer kicks off. Paulo over the top, and with Hyington back for Paulo, but now only just inside the Penrith half. A flick pass and almost getting in each other's way. How many flat-footed players, how many players have received the ball standing still here for Cronulla? On halfway. There's certainly no pattern to it. Certainly nothing adventurous. As now across to the left, that pass misses the man. The kick is on the spur, and away they go. Great pickup. There's support there. That's on the bounce as well. Plenty of support. Still a chance, Cronulla. Cherrington gets his second. There's just over a minute remaining.
Why start now? They've just started to play football. Whoa, did that go under?
Well, no, it won't count the shot. He blew time off before he got the kick away. He'll get the shot again, I think.
Lovely little kick through in the regather. Good work for a man with big, long arms. And then the feedback on the inside, players backing up. Cherrington, wow. Why have they waited to the last 2 minutes? Okay, and the kick again, of course.
And he gets it
straight
this
through
time
the middle.
around.
Game on. 50 to go.
To the difference. 16-14. Cronulla, scorer kicks off. They've got the distance on the kick. Penrith have to defend. They've lost it, Penrith. Cronulla have got it back. They'll have a full set to try and come up with a match winner. We've had one game decided right at the death today. That was Canberra getting up against South Sydney. It could be the fate of Cronulla here. And the Sharks, a lot of inside balls. Lewis with it, almost a Shepherd there, not called. Lewis, now there's an overlap. He's got Pryor on the outside. The support all drifted inside there for Lewis. 10 from the line, 10 seconds remain. This is it. Penrith needing to hang on for one more. Graham keeps it going along. Beale with the ball. Ducked it out the back. Penrith saved the day. The Panthers come up with the ball. It was Nichols, I think, who dived on it. And Penrith pull off an upset. One of the better chances in ratings coming into the tournament. Cronulla suffer their second loss. Penrith 16, Cronulla 14. Let's go to on ground.
Well, Zach, good day at Eden Park office, 2 from 2. Yeah, it's good, eh? You know, just focusing on our defence here out here in the 9's. You know, people try and think about all the attack, but, you know, Hook's focus has been about defence, so it's good to come away with the 2 wins.
The question is, can you get better for tomorrow?
I think so, I think so. So a few of our big boys, Jimmy and Cleary, sort of stayed out that last game to sort of give them a rest for tomorrow. So hopefully come tomorrow up against the Titans, who are in good form. So it's going to be pretty good.
Enjoy your time at home, man.
Thanks, Monty. Appreciate it.
Zach Docker-Clay there. And you're watching the action live from Eden Park in Auckland. The Downer NRL Auckland 9's, and next up, the Gold Coast Titans against the Canterbury Bulldogs.
The pressure is all on his shoulders.
He's got one hand on the trophy, the second hand reaching out. Look at Hamilton holding up his teammate.
Suggesting guys let us race.
Hamilton's a mercenary. He'll do anything to win.
Rosberg will be gritting his teeth and shouting, "Grrr." Nico Rosberg, he takes the championship. It's like father, it's like son.
Well, Penrith are on their way to the quarterfinals tomorrow of the Downer NRL Auckland 9's, regardless of what happens in their third game. You would think that they will be playing in the next stage. We're about to watch the Titans play the Bulldogs, and then you're offering after that is the Dragons against the Sea Eagles, and the Warriors a must-win against the very impressive Eels from earlier today.
Certainly the Titans very impressive start. The Bulldogs not so in their first match, so you'd expect the Titans to actually share most of the possession of this game and maybe score the majority of points to get a win. Of course, Hayne back in playing. Lovely to see Kane Elgey out in his first outing since his leg injury of last year crawled his season. The likes of Don and Zillman, plenty of talent, and the likes of Roberts and Pulu.
Well, let me tell you, the Canterbury Bulldogs coming into this match as we see Jared Hayne in jumper 38 again for the Titans. Got his first try earlier today in a Titans jumper of any kind. But the Bulldogs right at the moment sitting with the worst 9's